Hi, I'm Matt Evans. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust the trigger on the new CZ457 small bore rifle. In order to adjust the trigger, we only need 3 wrenches. A 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench, a 2 millimeter Allen wrench, and a 7 millimeter normal wrench. So when we're adjusting the trigger, the first thing we need is a 7 millimeter normal wrench. This screw here, this is going to be our trigger weight adjustment, so it adjusts the trigger pull weight. First thing we do is we loosen up the nut, which is here on the screw. Then we take a 2 millimeter Allen wrench. We go tighter, clockwise, means heavier trigger weight. Counterclockwise or looser means lighter trigger weight. Once you find the setting that you like, put the nut back in place and then tighten it up with your 7 millimeter wrench. And then you're good. So the next is the adjustment for the over travel after the shot breaks. Same thing, 2 millimeter wrench. When we loosen the screw, it brings the trigger more forward, so that means less travel after the shot breaks. To tighten the screw is to move the trigger backwards, which means more travel or more allowment for movement after the shot breaks. Now what you have to be careful with this one is if you go too loose with the screw, thereby moving the trigger forward, you can move it past the point where the sear catches the firing pin. That means that the bolt will not catch the firing pin. In this case, it's still fine. Once you find the moment to where it's very sensitive to that, you want to go a half a turn more so that way there's a little bit of over travel and the trigger is safe. The last screw is the bottom screw here on the trigger. This adjusts the movement before the shot, essentially your first stage distance. To screw the trigger clockwise in means less movement. To unscrew the trigger or to go counterclockwise means more movement. So on this one, you also have to be careful with this. If you go too tight with the movement, you go past the moment where the shot breaks, thereby the firing pin will not catch the sear. So you find that moment again, and usually you back off about half a turn, and then you have plenty of movement and the trigger is safe. And that's how you adjust the trigger of the new CZ457.